Sybil.
Good morning, Mr. Joyner. Good morning, Mr. Torrey.
From Los Angeles, Guy Torrey. What up, man?
It's Guy Torrey in a place to be. Overslept this weekend and didn't go see the Brian Banks movie. Sorry,
yeah?
Sherry. I'll go tomorrow night
How
on
you
$7
oversleep
Tuesday.
24 hours?
Yeah, right.
Because I had my weekend planned out, and
Oh,
the
that
time I had
LCD.
slotted
Yeah,
to go and see the movie, I kind of overslept.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So I'll go see it tomorrow.
I saw it yesterday, Sybil.
Good for you.
It's so good.
It really is.
It's so good.
I saw
I
it
hear that.
twice this weekend and took young people to see it. It was very necessary for them to see it, and really good.
Everybody
Sherry-
applauded at the
Sherry
end of the
did.
movie.
There was a lot. You know what? I have never talked back to a movie before.
But you talked to the.
I did.
Oh.
And I saw the screener, right?
Yeah, right.
But there's nothing like being in the theater and seeing it. And I actually talked back. I was
Southside
like,
came out, huh?
Jesus!
Southside came out.
I was calling his name.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, it was a lot of that.
There was a lot of that where I was too.
Yep.
And
He was in a white neighborhood.
yeah, I was. And they were talking back. Yeah, I really was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so okay. So all this racism and gun violence and stuff. Okay. So after the movie, I'm at the mall. I go to a bar at the mall, and they have a drink after seeing Brian Banks, and there's no one in there but this one lady, and this lady is drunk, taking pills and talking to herself, and she's an older lady, and she's talking to herself and talking about racism in America, and she goes back to carpetbaggers and stuff like that. And then finally, the bartender has to cut her off, and she leaves. And the scary thing for me was that she was mad. There was a gun show not far, and I'm thinking, she could be mad enough and be back here in an hour with a brand new AR-15 and shoot me and the bartender, because that's all that was in there, because she got cut off. And she was upset with America, and she went back. Sybil, she went back to carpetbagging. She said, "These carpetbaggers are down here," and she was talking to herself. She was obviously touched.
Wow, yeah. I hope she Ubered.
Really?
I mean, I'm just saying.
Did you leave, Tom?
No, I didn't.
Why would you say?
I didn't.
Hey, the water that kept pouring.
Okay.
I didn't.
I've been waiting
that's
here
a
to
good
see her
question.
come
All of
back.
this about where she was going and how she could have come back, but you didn't say,
You know what?
I'll take that bill.
That's
I'll take
right,
the check,
Sybil.
please."
I didn't leave.
He cut her off, not him.
And I sit there, ate my salad, and had my.
No, you're just letting that good salad go to work.
And had that good.
1942.
I had that good 1942.
Oh,
Because
my
vegan
God.
skin is Teflon.
Oh, God.
I didn't even think about leaving till you just mentioned it. Sybil. That's how stupid I am. I am so stupid.
God.
I'm thinking about her going back and going to the
been
gun
like,
show, which is just a half hour down the street from where I was.
Taxi.
You know that
Check,
that one you saw the sign next to the station when you were here last week?
Yes.
The one in Pembroke Pines?
Yes.
Yeah, gun show.
It stayed there.
Yeah, I
I'm
did,
sure she
didn't I?
come back.
I did. I stayed there.
Thank God she didn't come back.
Sometimes, I can be. Yeah, Sybil, I should have texted you. I thought about it. I said, I'll tell her in the morning. This will be a good story. Good story.
Good story. Yeah.
That's all I thought about, Sybil.
Thanks.
What she could do.
You know what? It is really
And I was
true.
going to tell you in the morning.
The Lord looks out for babies and fools. He really does. He really does.
Oh, you call me a baby.
Yes, I did.
Aw.
Yes, I did. Uh-huh.
I'm getting ready to retire. I'm still just a
Still
baby.
just a baby.
Just a baby. Wet behind the ears. Just off a wick.
Okay. Oh my God. So
that's
so
hilarious.
Guy, you really do need to see this movie, and
Oh, yeah.
and I tweeted and Instagrammed and everything. And but this is a movie that just really. The one great thing was on the Saturday screening that I saw, these young guys came tromping in, boom, 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 up the stairs. And some people are looking at them going, oh, my God, now they're going to be here making all this noise. But they are the ones who needed to be there to see this movie. It was 4 young men, all different hues, and coming out, and they were just shaking their heads and talking to each other. And one of the boys' fathers, I guess, came and picked them up. And he said, do you see what I mean? And all the boys said, yes, sir.
Yeah. I know Sherry was on Instagram Live yesterday. She took about 100, 150
She
people.
bought out a screen
in Chicago.
Theater, and did it with
took some young men to go
in
see
Chicago.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, Sybil. I know you and Guy are gonna say spoiler alert. Although technically it is not a spoiler alert because this is a true story. And everybody
yes,
and everybody asked when we had Sherry and Brian Banks on, a lot of people texted and said, whatever happened to his accuser?
Right.
Whatever happened to his accuser? And they don't answer that question.
No.
And so while I'm at the bar with the lady next to me talking to herself about carpetbaggers, I Google. They can't find her.
Yeah,
They can't find her. She recanted, and she took $1.5 million from the school district in a lawsuit that she and her mother won.
Yeah.
And so I Googled what happened to the victim, Brian Banks' accuser, Keisha.
Man.
And Google said she disappeared. Nobody knows where she is, and they're looking for her because they want that $1.5 million back.
Right.
Ooh. Yeah, she gone.
And that was a part of the story too, because
they don't say anything in the movie
they
about
give
that.
an update on
everybody but her.
Yeah.
Right. And he got signed by the Falcons, or
yeah,
picked
he
up by the
did.
Falcons, Atlanta Falcons?
He went through a number of teams with tryouts and ended up playing professional games with the Atlanta
He was the
Falcons.
oldest rookie ever,
Yeah.
age 27 or 28, something like that. Oldest rookie ever in the NFL.
Yeah, and good on the Falcons.
Yeah.
And good
Taking
on
a
him
shot.
for God. What?
So how did it do in the box office?
It came in the top 10, and but it was on not as many screens as you would like for it to
yeah,
be
that
on.
was part of the reason why
Sure
it was
it
usually
was.
no, listen, really. I usually go. There's a movie theater like walking distance from where I live, and it wasn't at that theater, so I had to drive. So that's when I overslept. I had to, I overslept because it was a further theater. If it was the one that's right across the street, I would have been there, no problem.
Yeah.
I wish it was downtown. Usually all the movies come downtown LA, but this one wasn't. I was a little bit upset about that.
Okay. It was number 12, and it was only on about 1,200 screens.
Yeah.
So it not as well as obviously some of the others. The newer movies that came out this weekend with more screens, obviously, like 2 to 3 times.
Yeah.
I heard it's a great movie though.
It is.
It really
is. The message is strong, and like I said, everybody applauded at the end of the movie. And yes, they talked back to the movie too. And I was at a white theater.
and I also after I was out of town this weekend and came back and got off, and I just wanted to give a shout out to Miss Pat Bailey. She has a wonderful product called She Ages Well, and I went over to with the 94.5 folks, KJ the DJ. She's absolutely fabulous. And Esther and Miss Paula sent me to tell you that they are big fans, and they were there to win tickets for the One More Time experience.
It's Friday,
as well.
Sybil.
It's coming up. So
It's here.
Congratulations, and KJ the DJ is fabulous, and Miss Pat Bailey also great. Too.
Yeah.
And all the
Thank
people
you.
came in.
All right. I'll see you Friday at the Music Factory in the Boss Colinas. Yeah, for the One More Time experience, Charlotte Wilson, Dougie Fresh, Life Jennings, Al B. Shore, 11 past the hour, TJMS.